Okay, our last and final transformation, if you've watched these from the beginning, is our reflection. Okay, a vertical reflection, right? When you think about that, this is really a flipping of the graph. Okay, so when we flip a graph vertically, we flip it over, right? And when we flip a graph horizontally, we flip it from left to right. So this is usually referred to as, sorry, let me rewrite that. A vertical reflection is typically referred to as quote unquote over the x-axis. Okay, so if you envision the x-axis is our horizontal axis, we're flipping it over that, and a horizontal reflection, by contrast, would be over the y-axis. Okay, how do we see this in our function notation? You'll notice a trend here in these last three. A reflection occurs when that number that's in front of the function, okay, if it's negative. So anytime we see a negative, a minus sign in front of the original function or in front of a number that's in front of the original function, that's a vertical reflection or a reflection over the x-axis. And then obviously over here, what we would see is that negative inside the parentheses with x. Okay, and again, there doesn't have to actually be a number here. It can just be a negative x, all right? And then same thing here. It could just be a minus sign in front of the f of x, but it is outside the original function, and here it is inside the original function, okay? So those kind of sneak up on us because sometimes you'll see something like, for example, if we have a function that looks like this, where it's 2 minus x squared, okay? Now, normally we would say, well, this is a parabola, and we have a 2 not touching it, right? So this would be a vertical shift, right? Because it's not being multiplied. It's not a number that's being multiplied, this 2. So it can't be a vertical stretch or a vertical compression. So that's what makes this a vertical shift. And then this minus sign, which is in front of the original x squared here, the original parent function, this reflects the graph over. Okay, so they sneak up on you sometimes with these vertical reflections. So anytime we see a negative number in the problem that's being multiplied somewhere, we know that there's a reflection happening.